Okay, so we're going to do lateral surface area of a rectangular prism and then total surface area of a rectangular prism. So in order to do lateral surface area, we're going to use a formula where lateral surface area is the perimeter of the base times the height. So we're going to identify what is our base and what is our height. So down here, this is our base. So to find the perimeter of the base, I do 2 times this and 2 times this, because there are 2 sides that are 6 and 2 sides that are 4.3. And then this over here is our height. So I'm going to plug all of this into this formula. So lateral surface area is the perimeter of the base. So that is 2 times 6 plus 2 times 4.3 times the height. So I'm going to do 2 times 6, which is 12, and 2 times 4.3, which is 8.6. Okay, so now I'm going to add together those two values. 12 plus 8.6 is 20.6. And then I'm going to multiply that by 3.7. So 20.6 times 3.7. So I'm going to take out my decimal places first. So there's 1 decimal place here and 1 decimal place here. So there's a total of 2 decimal places. So my answer has to have 2 decimal places in it. 6 times 7 is 42. So I put down a 2 and carry a 4. 7 times 0 is 0 plus 4 is 4. 7 times 2 is 14. Because I am done with this 7, I'm going to mark it out and put a 0 below it because I am moving over to the tens place. 3 times 6 is 18, so I put an 8, and I'm going to carry a 1. 3 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1, and 3 times 2 is 6. So now I'm going to add those numbers together. So we have 2, then we have 12, 6, and 7. And remember, I have to have 2 decimal places, so 1, 2. So my lateral surface area is 76.22. And these are all measured in inches. I did not put the units in, but they are inches. So our lateral surface area is inches squared. So now I'm going to use this lateral surface area. And if you notice that my surface area, my total surface area formula says that it's perimeter of the base times the height plus 2 times area of the base. So this formula right here is the exact same thing as what we found over here. So I'm going to take this number and I'm going to put it into this formula and then utilize the area of my bases. So surface area is perimeter of the base times the height, which is this, plus 2 area of the base. So now to find area of the base. Well, my base is a rectangle. So to find area of the base, it is length times width. Surface area is 76.22 plus 2 times the length of 6 and the width of 4.3. So I'm going to multiply those two together. So that is my lateral surface area plus 2 bases with the quantity of 6 times 3 is 18, carry a 1. 6 times 4 is 24 plus 1 is 25, and I have to have 1 decimal place. Okay, so now I do 2 times 25.8. Everything else stays the same. So 2 times 8 is 16, carry a 1. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11, carry a 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. And my answer has to have 1 decimal place. So I have 76.22 plus 51.6. So I'm going to add these two together. Remember, when you add decimals, you have to line up your decimals. So I'm going to use the same number over here. I'm going to do 51.6. And you see how there's an empty spot right here? I'm going to put a 0 there for a placeholder just to keep things lined up. 2 plus 0 is 2. 2 plus 6 is 8. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. So the lateral surface area of this rectangular prism is 127.82 inches squared. Now, sometimes they want you to round to the tenths place. That's what our questions want us to do. So we're going to look at the hundredths place. So this is our tenths place. That is what we are rounding to. So we're going to go directly to the number to the right, and we're going to look at this number. If this number is 5 or more, I get to add 1 to the 8. If it is not 5 or more, it just goes away. So 2 is not 5 or more, so it does not have the power to round this one up one more. So it would literally just fall off. So if we rounded this to the tenths place, we would get 127.8 inches squared. If it doesn't want you to round, you would just keep the 2.